Welcome to my world, where every story unfolds.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into a world that sounds like science fiction, but it's very, very real. We're talking about the place where quantum computing and human creativity collide and start making some beautiful, strange new things. And this quote from artist Aaron G., it just nails it. The world at the quantum level is just plain weird. It doesn't follow the rules we're used to. And it's that very weirdness, that counterintuitive nature, that's becoming a brand new canvas for artists.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Imagine a piece of music that's genuinely unique every single time it's played. I'm not talking about a slightly different arrangement. I mean a fundamentally new composition, generated right there in the moment. Well, this is no longer just an idea. It's actually happening at the intersection of music, AI, and, you guessed it, quantum physics. Okay, so let's get into the specifics. And to do that, we have to meet one of the pioneers composing in this wild new space.
So this is Eduardo Rec Miranda. Now, he isn't using a quantum computer like some super-powered calculator to figure out his melodies. No way. He's treating it like another member of the band, a creative partner that can actually improvise live on stage.
So here's how this collaboration actually works. A human musician plays something, say on the violin. The quantum computer literally listens to that solo. Then it cooks up its own unique response. And here's the magic part. Because it's tapping into the pure randomness of quantum mechanics, that response is totally unpredictable. It can never, ever be exactly repeated. It's a fleeting musical moment that exists once and is then gone forever.
All right, you're probably asking, how on earth is any of this possible? To get it, we need to take a quick look at what makes a quantum computer so radically different from the laptop or the phone that you're probably using right now.
This right here, this is the whole game. Your computer thinks in black and white. A switch is either on or it's off. A bit of data is either a 0 or a 1, but a quantum bit or a qubit, it just throws all those rules out the window. It lives in a world of pure possibility. It can be a 0, a 1, or somehow both at the exact same time.
And this is where your brain might start to hurt a little bit, in a good way. This property is called superposition. The best way to think about it is like a coin spinning in the air. While it's spinning, before it lands, is it heads or tails? Well, it's kind of both, right? It's in a superposition of states. And that ability to hold multiple possibilities at once is what gives these computers their incredible power.
And if you thought that was weird, hold on, because it gets weirder. There's this other property called entanglement. This is where two qubits can become linked in a really mysterious way. If you measure one of them, you instantly know the state of the other one. And I mean instantly, even if they're on opposite sides of the planet. It's this deep, spooky connection that has no parallel in our day-to-day lives.
So, what happens when you take these bizarre properties, superposition, entanglement, and you hand them over to an artist? Well, you get a whole new creative palette to work with.
And this isn't just theory anymore. This isn't just happening in some university research lab. We're seeing actual startups like Moth Quantum pop up with a really clear mission: get this technology into the hands of musicians, artists, and creators.
And check this out. They've built what they're calling the first quantum musical instrument. It's a synthesizer, but instead of turning a knob to tweak a sound wave, you are directly manipulating the quantum state of real qubits. You can see how they visualize it. The artist can literally play with that sphere, changing its state and generating totally new sounds and textures in real time.
And you gotta appreciate the ambition here. For them, the goal isn't just about making some cool new sound effects. They believe this could spark an entire cultural movement. Imagine art that isn't a fixed, finished object, but a living process, one that's constantly evolving based on probability. It could totally change how we even think about what it means to create something.
Okay, so far, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? A new renaissance for art, and this is a huge but. All of this incredible power has a very serious and potentially very dangerous flip side.
So on one hand, you have this remarkable new tool for expression. It's like a paintbrush that lets us paint with the fundamental laws of the universe.
But on the other hand, that exact same power could become the skeleton key that unlocks our entire digital world, a catastrophic threat to global security.
And look, this isn't just fear-mongering. The U.S. government standards agency, NIST, is taking this incredibly seriously. They're warning that the moment a powerful enough quantum computer exists, most of the encryption we rely on every single day becomes worthless. We're talking about the digital locks on your bank account, your private messages, corporate secrets, government data. Everything could be vulnerable.
And here's the really scary part. It's not a theoretical threat. We already have the weapon. There's a quantum program called Shor's algorithm, and it was basically designed for one purpose, to solve the exact kind of math problems that our modern encryption is built on. It's a purpose-built code breaker.
So that puts us in a really strange position, doesn't it? We're in a race to build these incredible new tools for creation, while at the exact same time, we're in a race to build the shields that can protect us from them.
So which one will happen first? The creative explosion or the security nightmare? Well, according to experts like Dr. Sukwong Choi, the first changes we'll actually notice probably won't be that dramatic. They'll happen quietly, behind the scenes, making the tech we already use just better.
And you can see here just how that might play out in the world of audio. We're talking generative music that can actually be tailored to evoke specific emotions, better audio quality on streaming services. We could even use quantum computers to discover brand new materials to build better speaker drivers. It could subtly improve our entire listening experience from start to finish.
Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, it's really important to remember that this stuff is insanely hard to build. Qubits are, well, they're divas. They are so fragile. The slightest vibration, the tiniest change in temperature can make them lose their special quantum properties. It's a process called decoherence, and it's one of the single biggest hurdles engineers are trying to overcome.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? We're building a technology that is both a creator and a destroyer, a code maker and a code breaker. And as we get closer and closer to unlocking its true power, the biggest challenge won't just be a technical one, it will be a human one, balancing the incredible promise of what we can create with the urgent need to protect what we've already built.
If your brain's tired from all that knowledge, take a little break and vibe with my songs. Let the music refresh your mind. See you in the next video.